All right, the last video that we're going to talk about is again another perceptron network where we try to maybe here. Let me just show you kind of the idea. Try a different color here. Let me just show the idea that we're trying to do. So if given a 3x3 pixel, right? So I got one. Actually, let's number it with Python 0, 1. Never mind. Let's call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I have a 3x3 little area here with pixels, what I want to do is train a network to think that if uh, yeah, I guess that is pixel 1. Pixel 1, pixel 2, 3, 5, and 8 are highlighted. In other words, I got a 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Here, let me do it like this. 0, 1, 0, comma, 0, 1, 0. So if I had something like this, where I had a 1 inside that pixel, a 1 inside that pixel, a 1 there, a 0, a 1, a 0, 0, 1, 0, then this would be equal to a head or an H. I tell, man, come on. It's a T. All right, and then if I had it the other way, let's see, where we had all of these pixels done, then let's see what that looks like. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0, 1. Right, 1, 0, 1. Then this would equal to a, now that would be a head. And what I want to do is I want to take my perceptron network here and with the activation function, and I want to train this thing until it gives us like something whereas if I put in something like this, maybe I'm missing one. Maybe that should look like a T. So if I passed in something like 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 1, 0, that looks more like a T than an H. Right? So that's the idea. Can you do something like that with this simple thing, right? So let's try to do that. And I think I have it in the Jupyter Notebook. So I'm just going to use the code that's in the Jupyter Notebook, but I want to talk through it while I'm using it. So here we see that tail is one. I mean, same thing I just wrote out here in the OneNote, and head is equal to that guy. And this show image is just I think I had to do a reverse grayscale or something to make it, like the dark numbers be the ones and the light numbers to be 0, or yeah, the white to be 0 and the dark to be 1s. And then we showed the head, right? So if you shift enter, oh goodness. Oh, I need to probably run all of my code here. Enter, shift enter. All right, good. I don't know where I ran matplotlib, but it was up here somewhere. All right, so it looks like it ran this thing, and we got a T and an H, and you can kind of see what it means by T and an H. So now, so I rewrote the perceptron so you didn't have to worry about adding that extra 1 in. That's just for this problem. For the most part, the bias is always going to be kind of written into the problem. So perceptron, so dot, okay, so that's all good. So let's start there. And then let's run this thing until it did it already. Yeah, I didn't think it did. Okay. Got to keep running this thing until it converges, and it looks like it converged. So now what I want to do is run, I don't know, here's a test, right? So this thing, I hope, is an H. So we'll see what happens. When it looks at it, it says the model says the picture is an H. So because if it is equal to 1, then it's tail. Okay. And so you can see what's going on. This example 1 is this thing. And if we changed it by, looks like it just the 1 is there. Here's a bunch of examples. So shift enter there. And you can kind of see this thing supposedly looks like an H. This one looks like an H. This one looks like a T. That one hopefully is a T. That hopefully is an H. another T, another T. So you can see that it did a relatively decent job at, if 1 or 2 pixels are missing, then it kind of figured out what those, if they should be a T or an H. That's a little bit close to what we're going to do when we start looking at the neural nets, and we're going to actually look at a 16 by 16. Let's see, I think that's what it was, a 16 by 16 image of pixels, and trying to figure out what digit it is. And so we're going to classify it from a 0 through a 9, and we'll do that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's all I got for this video too. Hopefully it was relatively short. I know I didn't do a lot of coding on here because the coding's already in the Jupyter Notebook. I just wanted to point you guys to it so that you can read about what we're going to talk about in class, and maybe answer or ask questions when we get there tomorrow. But we have 4 lessons to do this instead of 3, so we might be taking a little bit longer to do some of the initial startup. All right, that's all I got, and hopefully you guys got something out of this one.